I've been trying to improve my morning routine, so every day I am starting my day with doujiang, which is a warm bean porridge, and I'm trying to get my steps in before I start my day. I'm just waiting on a call now. I went outside briefly to buy a birthday present for my friend whose birthday party I'm going to tonight. It's a birthday dinner. It's very nice. I'm very excited. And it's raining outside, so it's super dark. What else? Oh, I have 2 events before the birthday dinner, so we're really doing the most today. Anyway, I will take you with me, but first, a serious work call. I have some time. Oh, maybe I can turn this light on. I have some time to kill before I have to leave for an event. It's kind of raining outside, so I might leave kind of early just in case there's traffic. But I have lots of crochet whips. And I haven't done a crochet video in a long time because they just weren't getting traction for me, but I'm going to show you what I've been working on. I have told myself that I'm not buying a whole bunch of new yarn until I get through at least like a big chunk of the yarn that I already have in my apartment. The other day, I took a picture, I'll put it in here somewhere. I put out, my yarn was like so disorganized, so I actually tried to organize it by yarn weight, and so I was laying it all out and I was like, wow, it takes up half of my apartment when I put it on the floor. So I decided to like work through a bunch of it, just create some projects, do some blankets and like sweaters and things like that, just to do it, just to like get it out of the apartment, because you know, I can't buy new yarn until I use the stuff I already have. So I have a bunch of Karen cakes that I bought over the past year. I've only been crocheting for a year. Yarn is so fun to buy. So right now I'm doing just a rectangular granny square blanket. This is the beginnings of it, with a cinnamon swirl cake. I already made one of these. It takes about 3 of these cakes to do like a decent size lap blanket for the sofa. This weekend I made this little baby cardigan, but I don't have a button for the top yet, so it's super cute, but there's meant to be a button here. I also have 1 cake of this cloud cake, which I'm not crazy about. I love the way it feels, but I find that the colorways, they work up and they look a little bit muddy. So I thought I would just make a small blanket, also just a granny stitch blanket. I find granny stitch to be the most meditative to do, and I can do it easily while I'm watching a movie or something. This is something I made last week just with like leftover pink and green yarn, but I started making a vest, but I made it out of like little watermelons. So you can see down here I did little watermelon granny squares. I don't think this is really wearable, but I think it's super funny. I like making these funny things. I made my friend Romy a fish sweater, and he actually wore it out this weekend, which I'm very, very proud about, but I'm like, I was like, you don't have to wear it outside. And this is one of my bigger projects. It's over here and it's kind of too big to unfold. I have this idea that I want to change the rug in my apartment instead of buying a rug, because rugs, first of all, when you buy a rug online, you can't really touch it. You don't really know like what like the fabric's like. You don't know if it's gonna pill or have a lot of dust. You don't know how it's gonna vacuum, or I don't know. I had this idea that I would crochet my own rug, and this is actually quite big already. This right now, as it stands like this, you can see, it's all made of scrap yarn, so just remnant pieces of like old yarn skeins and cakes that it's not enough to make a whole project, but enough when you use it all together. Right now this is like 4 feet by 6 feet, so it's already quite big. I want it to be 6 by 8, and that should cover one like part of my apartment, and then I want to get like a neutral rug for another part, but I'm just gonna buy that because this has been hard. I think like the hardest thing about this project is not the crochet. This is just a half double crochet in the spaces in between the stitches all the way across, just back and forth, and I just switch out the colors as the yarn runs out. What's hard about this is that this is hard on my hands. I find that like the heavier hooks and the bigger hooks and like the heavier yarn and like controlling it and gripping it is kind of hard on my joints. So I pick this up and put this down every 2 days just so I don't hurt myself. So that's what I'm sort of working on now. And I have to go uptown in about half an hour. I usually don't go to this many events in one day, so this is a very It's out of the ordinary for me. I'm kind of excited, and so I usually don't vlog because I think like my life is kind of boring. I don't really do that much, but since I'm going out today, I thought I would vlog. Made it. I have an umbrella. Peter's here somewhere. Okay, now we're gonna try to get a cab. My hair looks crazy. Running 15 minutes late, but we're here. We're so red.
We're very red.
We're so red.
Maybe it's the vodka.
Maybe. All right, second destination. We stopped by Koloman for the 1-year anniversary. This is such an amazing restaurant in the Ace Hotel. Definitely check it out. Tons of our friends were there. It was so crowded. I haven't been to an industry party like this in ages. The caviar was amazing. The little blinis were delicious. And of course, all the other food was amazing as well. All right, third location. All right, a little bit late. And our final stop for the night was our friend Justin's 40th birthday party, which he had at Café China in Midtown. This is such an amazing restaurant. He had a private room. It was so fun. I feel like people don't always celebrate their birthdays anymore, especially in midlife, but what a treat to celebrate with one of your favorite people in the world. I recently learned that Zappos for Good will ship any of your gently used clothes and shoes to 5-star charities to donate. So I've been doing a lot of that recently. Check it out, Zappos for Good. It has changed my life and changed my apartment. Okay, I went to H Mart. Instead of going out to lunch, I thought I would kill 2 stones and go to the supermarket and also get myself some groceries. But I love the prepared food section at H Mart, and I think I like got too much stuff, but it's okay because whatever I don't finish, I can just put in my fridge and eat for dinner. So I haven't had red meat in a long time, and I have some like out of nowhere, it's the first time in years I've had this, but I've had some like ulcers in my mouth, you know, like canker sores inside your mouth where like all of a sudden comes out of like literally nowhere. And I read online it's potentially because of low B12 or low iron. And I think I've been eating this kind of more like plant-based diet recently with just lean protein, although last night I did obviously go have like an amazing Chinese meal. So I got a bulgogi bowl from H Mart, which is barbecue beef, and it has glass noodles, so rice noodles, and I think there's rice underneath. I also bought this on a whim, and this is like not healthy at all, but it's fine. It's a mozzarella hot dog, so like it's a corn dog. One is the cheese kimbap with vegetables, and one is this seasoned squid kimbap, which is like kind of a spicy squid. This morning I tried to, everyone I know has a Substack, and I've really resisted for a long time starting a Substack. And I don't think I necessarily want to start a Substack, but I do feel like I have a lot of random thoughts, and I'm increasingly isolated. So I sort of feel like I need an outlet to put lists of things. I just got a notification for a table that opened up tomorrow at Foxface, which is like the hardest restaurant to get a table at this week in New York. But it's a little bit too late. I have to have dinner with my friend tomorrow, and we don't have a restaurant yet, so I thought that would be perfect. I grabbed lunch the next day with my friend Leo, who I haven't seen since like 2018. We've known each other for like 20 years. It was so fun to see him. We went to Prenacon on University, which is this delicious Thai restaurant near Union Square. In the evening, I headed off to the opening party for La Bee. My friend Angie Marr, the chef, reopened her Les Trois Chevaux space as La Bee, which is an homage to the Beatrice Inn, which she owned before it closed during the pandemic. And that night, after the party, my friend Chris and I, we caught up at Foxface Natural, which just got some amazing reviews in the New York Times and the New Yorker. It was delicious. It's such a neighborhood gem in the East Village. Check it out if you can get a reservation. It's totally worth it. It's very rainy outside. I rounded out the week with a trip to Flushing to have lunch with my parents. We love going for hot pot as a family, mostly because then everyone can eat what they want to eat. And one of our favorite hot pot places, the Dolar Shop, the Flushing location has gone all you can eat. So that's a win-win in my book. All you can eat plus hot pot. What a great way to round out the week. That's a wrap on my week. It's raining. There's a hurricane hitting North Carolina and we're getting the tailwinds. I'm gonna head back to the city and do some cleaning tomorrow. What a productive week, but also not productive? You never know. All right, see you next time.